don't have any music.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Hey everybody, welcome to the episode number 3 of Ask the USCCA Live Show. I'm Mark Evans, your co-host here with AKA the Kydex Kid, Brock Mikowski. And hey everybody, how y'all doing? Everybody on Facebook Live, what's up? How y'all doing?
Instagram, where else are we? On Facebook,
we're on
Instagram.
Facebook.
Where else are we?
Facebook and Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram.
Awesome.
All right, cool.
And
like
Dawn, welcome as well. Dawn, say hi to the cameras.
Hi,
say
cameras.
say hi to the folks at home here. Well, today we've got a really special episode. We are going to be talking about all things summertime carry, home defense fundamentals, and traveling. Right? It is summertime. One of my favorite activities, traveling. Right? So we're going to talk about that, how to keep it safe, things like that. Brock, how the heck you doing, man?
I'm well.
Good.
Just awesome. I was just chewing on some sunflower seeds. It just reminded me that we are in summer. Like, we are in dead middle of summer.
Yeah.
It's hot. The Washington County Fair is here in town. And it reminds me it's summertime carry. So a lot of people are probably like adjusting what they're carrying out there. I know in Florida it's probably 2,000 degrees or something like that.
As
so I'm
usual.
sure people are switching up their carry. People are traveling from Wisconsin down to Florida. We got some snowbirds probably going to Arizona.
Yeah, I'm sure
So-
there's a lot of our audience saying, right now, like, oh, I live in Arizona, so it's warm all the time. For us here in Wisconsin, which summer comes for about 3.5 solid days. Last year it came on a Tuesday, which was really nice.
That was weird.
Lasted till a Friday.
Yeah.
We get to really enjoy summer, and so we want to talk about people changing how they're carrying, maybe their carrying habits and carrying styles. Or should they? The fundamental question. So we're going to have a great show today. We're also going to be doing something fun here. We're going to be giving away 3 of these awesome range bags. So not 1, not 2, but 3.
Dang.
3 range bags we're giving away
Solid.
today. So we're going to have a little trivia.
What?
And so
Did somebody say trivia?
someone did just say trivia. It is trivia time. So let's go ahead and let's ask our first question. So the first trivia question that we are going to ask, and once you put your response in Facebook, respond with the correct
First
answer.
comment wins? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, let's
First
do
correct comment.
First correct comment.
first correct comment.
That's a good caveat. Thanks, Dawn.
All right. So in what year did Tim Schmidt, our founder and president, oh, hey, Tim. We
Hey.
do have a special guest here. Tim Schmidt, when did he start the Concealed Carry magazine? First,
What year?
what year? And first correct response, we'll walk home or we'll send you one of these awesome range bags. I've got one of these. It fits a ton of stuff.
A lot of
Extra
stuff.
place for magazines. It's a pretty sweet range bag. So we're going to be doing some trivia
Cool.
later in the show as well. So first response, first correct response, we'll go home with a range bag.
All right. I like it.
Yeah, we already got some good answers coming in already. Wow, they are just going nuts here. And so who's tracking this? Brock, have you seen the right answer yet?
I have not seen it yet. They're close, though. I think they're
Yeah.
close. You guys may have seen it. I missed. They're coming in so fast. I kind of missed who may have said it.
We can go in after the fact and find out
Oh,
who the first one
cool.
was with the right answer.
All right. So we're gonna do this a couple times, right? We have 3 range bags to give away. So we're gonna do a couple different chances here, a couple different questions, and then we will contact you via Facebook message. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Facebook message after the fact. And if you had the right answer, you have a brand new range bag coming your way.
Awesome.
Cool.
Want to give a quick shout out to Pro Gun Tactics. We love you too. We think you're awesome. And thanks for reading our information and
Is
our
that a
emails.
business page?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Awesome.
And we've got a couple others. Art Lewis, you're really close with the year, but not quite there. Mike Underwood, you're real early. And Jose, you're getting close, right?
Steve Sinclair may have it.
Oh
We
boy,
might have it. We
we
might
may
have a
have
winner.
we
We
may
will
have
not
a winner.
confirm and or deny.
Exactly.
Not until
All
we're
right.
ready. But let's jump into our first topic, Brock. So
Okay.
let's talk about summer carry.
Summer carry. You made a really good point. Folks in Arizona, folks in Florida probably don't really have to worry about it a whole lot, right?
Mhm.
They don't have to change up going from a feather down coat and possibly a sweater and another sweater and then another sweater.
Don't forget the long underwear.
the
under
long
there.
underwear,
The
yeah.
long johns, as my mom likes to call
This
them.
reminds me of A Christmas Story, where the kids walking around like, I can't put my
I
arms
can't
down.
put my
Yeah, that is us. Pretty much November 1 through like March.
Yeah.
Yes. So we up here have a little bit more to worry about. How are you going to draw? Is your gun concealable both in winter clothes, summer clothes? Are you carrying a spare magazine in the winter because you can, and then when you change over to your shorts flip-flops deal, you don't carry a spare magazine anymore? I think a lot of folks down south probably just kind of do the same thing all year round.
Yeah.
I'm here to advocate that you do it up here too. So,
interesting point.
yeah.
Is that controversial? I mean, is that the norm?
You know, I think it's starting to gain a little bit of traction.
Good.
As we start to see folks taking more training and getting real serious about their self-defense training, being repeatable and doing the same type of action over and over and building that muscle memory and being able to draw from the same spot, I think folks are starting to really get it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if I'm carrying appendix style in the summer, and then I switch to 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the winter because of that heavy down coat or whatever, you know, maybe my brain is going to have to take that split second to think about where my gun is, how is my draw stroke, have I been dry practice training from 3 o'clock, or have I only been dry practice training from 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
So that's something to think about. I will definitely advocate carry the same gun, carry the same way all the time, just to have that same repeatable draw stroke that you've always been working on.
And it sounds like you're an advocate of training that same way as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, if you're going to be carrying in summer clothes and winter clothes, the same type of gun, same type of system or setup, you should be dry practicing year round. So just because it's 68 degrees in your home all year long doesn't mean that you should only practice when you're comfortable wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Put on that heavy coat. In summertime, in wintertime, if it's starting to get to be fall time, put on that heavy down coat, put on those 3 sweaters, and try drawing once.
Yeah,
it's not as easy as some people. Oh, I got the draw stroke down. Well, do you? Have you tried lifting 3 woolen sweaters? Probably not.
One made of lanolin.
Yeah. Give it a try.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's great advice. So, okay. And how about concealment? I mean, wearing pants and wearing long sleeve shirt is different than wearing shorts and flip flops and let's say a tank top.
Yeah.
What's some advice for the folks at home watching this that they can do?
So, carrying the same type of gun, maybe you should, if your personal dress style, if you're adamant about carrying and you are a t-shirt and shorts or a t-shirt and jeans type person, don't buy a Glock 17 and try to, wear that slimmest, tightest shirt that you have in your closet.
Yeah. And
try to conceal a Glock 17. It's probably not going to work.
You're going to be advertising that to pretty much everybody.
So, if you want to give a little bit on your wardrobe and you want to start, normally you wear a medium, but you now want to wear a large shirt, an extra large shirt, and you can find something that really works for you, go for it. You might be able to actually conceal that gun just fine. But if you really don't want to change and you're a wardrobe man, you really like how you look, then maybe it's best to go with it's best to go with like a Smith & Wesson Shield and carry something that works with your summertime dress, but in winter, it's just enough gun. Some folks will worry about hollow points being clogged up with a heavy down jacket or something like that. It's a concern, but not one that holds a lot of water.
Sure.
If you're training and practicing and have an extra mag on you and using premium quality ammo, I think Kevin Michalowski just did an Into the Fray.
Yeah,
the other
that was
day.
a great one.
It was
really good
about
the ammos.
Yep.
Well, I think the video was titled "What's the best caliber to get shot with?"
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a fun little spoiler. None of them. You don't want to get shot.
Exactly.
Yeah. Stay safe.
His main point was use premium ammo. If you have to shoot somebody in self-defense, they're going to keep on doing what they were doing until they stop, and that might take 1 to 10 rounds. You don't know. Yeah. So just keep carrying, keep doing your thing. Don't try to switch it around a whole lot. If you're doing that and it works for you, great. More power to you. As long as you practice, you have to practice with what you're carrying.
Awesome. Great advice. And we want to remind everybody, too, whether you're on Facebook Live or on Instagram, thank you for being here with us today. We really appreciate it. But we also want to answer your questions as well. So Dawn, we've got the wonderful Dawn here. She is monitoring our social channels. So if you have any questions about summer carry, send them in now. If you want to make sure you got the best gun recommendation for your jorts wardrobe, let us know. We want to hear that stuff.
Jorts?
Nothing.
All
Love them. Got several pairs myself. Hey,
Hey,
on here. Hey, where are we going here? Oh, Teddy. Everybody,
Teddy.
welcome Teddy here. Teddy, you may have noticed him on the most recent proving ground. But hey, Teddy, since you interrupted our recording, how
Appreciate
about Yeah, since you're kind of rude here.
I apologize for the interruption.
Pocket dump challenge.
Pocket
What
dump
you
challenge.
carrying these days?
All right, so we'll start. I got tactical flashlight,
Smart move.
tactical pen. It's
Let me
also
see
a
that bad boy.
multi-tool.
What?
So, you know,
This is a
comes in
multi-tool
handy.
too?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Jeez.
comes in handy.
SOG makes this?
Oh yeah,
That
SOG
is
makes it, as
sweet.
well as I got my carry knife, everyday carry knife, SOG as well too. You'll see a trend coming up here.
You know what's interesting is I saw that multi-tool on some website, some knife site, and you had showed it to me in the office before they're like, oh, brand new, check this out, just got them in today. I'm like, I saw that 2 days ago in Teddy's pocket. How did that even, how did that
How are
happen?
you just,
I got the end.
SOG chill, I think is what we can now call you here. But,
Well,
it's got the
of
hookup.
course,
Yeah.
of course. And then, you know, I have my everyday carry here. I can slide it out here securely. Yeah, my everyday carry, XDM, 9mm.
Nice. How long
Yep.
have you been carrying that for?
Ooh, I've been carrying about a year now. And it's I love the comfort. I love the fusion holster that I have. It sits really well. I don't ever really notice I have it sometimes
Yeah.
because it sits really snug on my hip here, and so it works out really well for me.
Cool.
Obviously, you got to carry the extra magazine as
Oh,
well
nice.
too. So
And what do you have on that?
This one is my extended magazine.
Nice.
It's got 19 rounds in it.
Nice.
So it actually comes in. If you guys watched the proving grounds, you saw that I ran out of ammo. And in the video, I didn't show it, but I'm trying to reach for an extra magazine, and I didn't have it. So
Yikes.
yeah,
How'd that feel?
very nerve-wracking. Not gonna lie, because I was out of ammo before I even realized I was out of ammo. Yeah, it was pretty intense.
Yeah,
Pretty
good
intense.
man.
Oh, and obviously you got to carry 2 knives. Obviously, in the last one I had my SOG.
Oh,
Carry
I
knife as
recognize
well,
that
too.
one.
Oh yes.
Somebody sharpened that up for you?
Oh yeah, very nicely too. It's a very nice carry knife. I
Cool.
recommend it.
Well, I see you. You don't actually have the one piece of critical gear in your EDC there, and this is tactical pocket sand.
Oh.
Feel free to carry that around
Did
Yeah.
I put it?
there.
No.
Your
Oh,
pocket. Yeah,
pocket,
whatever
got it.
works best for you. Tactical pocket sand, very similar to pepper spray.
Okay.
The effects don't last as long. That's from Ike Stevens over at Big Tex Outdoors. So if you guys want to get a little bag of pocket sand,
The coveted. For, you know, if you have a man in your life or a woman in your life who has everything for the EDC, you know, they may not have tactical pocket sand.
It's
and
true.
You should probably get that.
they probably
Yeah.
don't.
It's
It's up and coming.
genius. Yeah, very genius. Hey man, thanks for stopping in,
of
Teddy.
course,
Appreciate it,
of course.
and thanks for
Absolutely.
accepting the EDC Pocket Dump Challenge.
Oh, absolutely.
Um,
Hopefully, it's not a
yeah.
brick pocket dump, as
Yeah.
you know, but
He's got a lot of pockets.
he does have a lot of pockets.
Yeah. Well,
Excellent. Awesome. Well,
and,
I'm
yeah, get your stuff out
get
of
my
here.
stuff
Yeah,
Cool.
you got a lot of it. Teddy's gonna be packing up here for the next 7 to 10 minutes. But that's what happens when you carry a lot in your EDC.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But we want to hear what you guys carry. So let us know if you can top that, right? If you carry more on yourself, send us a picture. We want to see it as well, and
PM us a
let us
picture.
know. PM us a picture. We want to
Cool.
see it, and let's go from there. If you carry
I'd
more
like to
stuff
know if
than
anybody
Teddy.
else carries pocket sand.
Yeah.
I'm very interested.
Yeah, we'll send you something special if you do and can prove that you carry
You
tactical
have to
pocket
prove-
sand.
I
there'll be a
swear,
special
if
gift.
you show me a pocket full of kitty litter, I am going to be quite
upset.
Have a good day, guys.
See you, Teddy.
All right,
Have
thanks,
a good
Teddy.
one.
Teddy's great. He did an
Um,
awesome job in that latest.
We need a shout out to Jan watching from Iraq.
Hey,
Wow, Jan.
Jan, thank you so
Awesome.
much. Watching from Iraq, that is pretty cool.
Wow.
Thank
Technology's amazing.
you.
Like, really, somebody is serving our country across oceans and continents, and they're like, hey, I think I'll check in with USCCA.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome. Thanks
That's
for being
really
there,
cool.
Jan. We really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Don, do we have any questions?
We have a bunch of questions.
Let's
Oh, boy.
get to the questions.
All right, first one from Digger. Is it safe to leave your gun inside your vehicle during really hot summers?
Hey, Digger. First, thanks for tuning in and watching us. Brock, is it safe to leave your firearm in a vehicle in really hot temperatures?
From the standpoint of heat playing on your gun or playing on your ammo, yes, it's not going to be an issue. If you're putting your gun in an oven and it's 400 degrees, you know, who knows what's going to happen. Obviously, don't recommend cooking
Do
and
not recommend the baking of your firearm.
Yeah.
I think is
Yep.
what the USCCA and Brock is
yes,
saying.
exactly. Don't do that. Will your gun be safe in there from the heat? Yes. Will it be safe in there from criminals? I don't know. A good lockbox or something like that underneath your seat or in the trunk. One cool thing that I saw, actually one of our members did a video on this. He has like a car or a truck, whatever it is, and the seats fold down into the car from the trunk.
Yeah.
And he actually folded it down and then mounted a box like this to that seat so that when you fold it up,
Oh, nice.
it's hidden.
Oh, very
But
cool.
if you have to get to it from the trunk, it's kind of hidden in there, so you're not really portraying to everybody around you that you have a gun going into this lockbox. But if you really need to get to it, through the trunk or something,
Yeah.
you can just reach back in your back seat, pull the trunk seats down, and you
Awesome.
have your lockbox right there. So
That's
that's kind
very
of cool.
People are very ingenious when it comes to
Yeah,
this. I know,
sure.
we're right down here in the Member Services Advice Center. So behind us, there's 40 plus Member Services, awesome agents. We're an award-winning Member Services agency here, and just some great people. And throughout the time, I've been on the phones, you've been on the phones, Dawn's been manning the social channels. The stuff we see is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
There are some pretty ingenious folks out there. So
Pictures
if
we
you
get in.
Yeah, if you've got a
Cool.
creative story of how you store your firearm in your vehicle, we'd love to hear it. Send
Or
us
in
in.
your house.
Yeah.
Tactical walls, I know has been to
Oh,
our
yeah.
expo before. They got some cool stuff, but if you have a custom furniture maker or something out there, and you got some cool shotgun or something hanging out near your bed, and it's inside a something,
Yeah,
show us. Be happy to see
yeah,
it.
it's pretty cool. Dawn, what's our next question
All
we can
right.
answer?
From Steven in Arizona, carrying in summer when you're warm and sweaty.
Yeah.
I mean, he's from Arizona. They're
Oh, yeah.
melting.
I think it was just like 175 there for like the past 3.5 weeks.
I believe if you put cookies out there for
Yeah.
4+ hours, they'll actually bake.
It's like the-
175.
Yeah, it's the temperature of the sun. For all of our folks out there watching in Arizona, thank you for tuning in, and I just pray that your air conditioning continues to work. But
Yes.
Dawn, back to your question.
How do you protect your gun from sweat damage?
Ooh, good
Great
one.
question.
That's a good one. Couple things. If you have a holster that has a high sweat guard, whether it's a leather-backed holster, it's one of those hybrids with a Crossbreed makes them, Whitehead holsters, those kind of holster companies. They make that horsehide or cowhide in the back have a higher sweat guard. That will help. Kydex, people that make Kydex holsters, they will put a sweat guard that usually is high, medium, or none. So you have the option there. That protects your gun from rubbing against your skin a little bit. Otherwise, to be honest with you, I just kind of roll with it.
Yeah.
If my gun is touching my skin and it gets sweaty, just wipe it down at the end of the day to prevent rust. But it's not gonna rust in just the 8 hours that you're wearing it. Just wipe it down at the end of the day with some sort of gun oil or something like that, and just keep those salts. It's not so much the sweat itself; it's
Yeah.
the salt in your sweat that will really wear down. Glock is pretty good though about putting a really good finish on their guns.
Mhm.
I haven't had any issues with rust, but there
Awesome.
are some out there that you do have to worry about.
Nathan
Awesome, great
asks,
answer.
can you lube guns with bacon grease?
Can you lube guns with bacon grease?
You can,
Bacon,
Nathan. You
bacon,
can do
like
just
bacon.
about
Oh,
any-
bacon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nathan,
I
you can
don't
do
know.
Nathan, you can do just about anything you want with bacon grease, right? I love it in a lot of things. But is it recommended and is it safe for the firearm? Brock,
I
what do
don't
you think
know.
about that? I wouldn't do it. Don't do it. That's
You
probably
know-
not a good idea.
I'm sure that would probably get a lot of views on YouTube if you did it, and just call it like the bacon Glock or something. There you go, free idea. Somebody can
Yeah.
take that. I don't care.
Yeah, hashtag
but-
bacon Glock.
I don't know why you'd want to.
Yeah, bacon's good
I'm
for a lot
sure
of other
it-
things.
yeah.
Don't use it for cleaning your
The
gun.
one thing that
Nate, please.
so if we want to get
Don't.
scientific about it, the one thing weird about bacon grease is that it would get more solid as it cools down, and you don't want something solid. You want something that it is keeping to more of a liquid state while it's on your gun. So definitely using an actual gun oil or a gun lube is going to be best.
Great point.
But I'm hungry now, so
Yeah.
Bacon.
You know what? It's probably that time, Brock.
What do we got?
I think it's trivia time.
Oh boy!
Trivia time.
2. What do we got?
All right, so our second trivia question today, for those of you that have watched previous episodes and maybe have watched, Into the Fray and things like that, this will be an easy one for you, but we want the first correct answer to comment, and that is,
Get the fingers ready.
ready? On your mark. Now, what's Tim's favorite gun to carry? So Tim Schmidt, our founder and CEO, what's Tim's favorite gun to carry? So first correct response will win you another range bag. So yeah, we'll send this in. I think we may throw some extra goodies in there.
I think so.
We've been known to, I don't know, maybe throw a water cup or something like
Oh.
that in there.
Oh, boy.
You never know.
Well, got it already.
Nice.
All right,
Somebody got
who do
it.
we have? Dawn, who's our
Vince.
winner?
Vince Wright, I believe. Tim carries a Glock 19.
Yes.
Tim carries a
Boom.
Glock 19.
Sweet. Winner.
Right. Congratulations, man. Private message us your address, and we'll make sure that we send you a range bag out by the end of this week. So, awesome job. Want to do a quick shout out. Terry Lee Henderson, thank you so much for watching us. Tim Coyle, thank you for watching
Tim
us.
is always there.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
John Giovanni Portera, thank you so much for watching us
Cool.
as well. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you want a shout out, you just let us know. Don will let us know who we should be shouting out to. So
And
give
I've
us
got
a who.
a ton more questions for you.
Yeah, and for our Instagram audience, we're not going to leave you in the lurch as well. Thank you for tuning in, and let us know if you need a shout out. Don, what's our next question?
All right, Cliff has a question that I know we can't give him exact answer to here. I can do
Okay.
it over PM later.
Okay.
Riding my motorcycle to Sturgis, starting in Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, and South Dakota. I have a CCW for Arizona. Am I going to be okay? You just want to hit on some motorcycle safety tips with
Yeah, that's cool.
So first, we'll answer your question about going through states. We'll actually either have someone from Member Services give you a call, or we'll send you an email with exactly the states that you're going to go through, and so you know all the CCW laws in there. Yeah, we'll take care of that. But Brock, how about we talk and take this time to talk about different motorcycle carrying? You're an avid motorcyclist yourself, so what's some good rules of thumb?
Yeah, this kind of goes right. It's odd that he asked this question at this time. We might as well just talk about traveling.
Yeah.
During the summer anyway. We're kind of planning on talking about traveling while carrying, so we might as well do it now.
Let's jump on in.
So, couple things with traveling on a motorcycle. Some states view a motorcycle as a vehicle. Some states view a motorcycle, I should say, depending on how you carry your gun. If you're carrying your gun in a saddlebag, if you're going to put it in a bag, they might count that as a locked and enclosed place for your gun.
Okay.
Some states carrying on your person, you may not be counted as being on a vehicle or in a vehicle. So you just want to be aware of where you're driving or where you're riding to. You just don't want to get caught in a bind. He's in a good spot though. What was his name?
Sorry, I navigated away from that.
That's
page.
okay. No,
Cliff.
Cliff. He raises a good point because with or has a good permit. Arizona is an awesome permit to have.
Yeah.
They have constitutional carry there, so you can carry in that state without ever getting a permit, which is great. That, in my opinion, is how it should be. But getting a permit from Arizona is wonderful. You have reciprocity all across the country. There are certain states that you can't carry in because of that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's already setting himself up for success by doing that. So, and traveling to Sturgis, I mean, that's going to be on the bucket list at some point in time.
Yeah, that sounds like an awesome trip.
That'll be an awesome trip. So yeah, we will get him specific information on where to.
I've got somebody on it already.
Awesome. We are fast. Yeah, let's not get into specific states just because one permit over here, one permit over here is going to be completely different answers. So.
Yeah. Well, I've got a question. Should you carry different if you have a crotch rocket versus a Fat Boy Harley? I mean, is there rules of thumb with that, or not so much?
Yeah, it depends. I have a sport bike. I take it to the racetrack every once in a while, but I do ride the sport bike out into the country sometimes. I carry appendix. I can do it. It just works. Some folks would rather carry on like a 3 or 4 o'clock while on a motorcycle. I do normally change up how I carry my backup gun though, because of being on a motorcycle, having to shift and move your feet.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't wear the ankle gun specifically while on the motorcycle, just because of the way I dress. I wear safety boots and stuff like that. So just some minor things you have to shift around and change up a little bit, but yeah, carry anyways. No matter what you're riding.
Very fair. I want to give a quick shout out to Nathan Gerner. Nathan, I know you've been on other episodes before and you've been commenting. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in today, man. And also want to thank C.W. Schmidt. Thanks for tuning in all the way from Houston. God bless Texas. But yeah, do we have any other questions going on?
Alrighty. All right, one that isn't related to traveling.
Okay.
But how come y'all never give away the guns you're giving away?
That's
good question.
Great question.
Yeah, so I think what the question is referring to is if we say, hey, we're giving away Glock 19 today, why do we not actually give away the gun, the Glock 19? Simple reason is way easier to give away a check or a gift card to Palmetto State Armory than trying to go through the hoops of getting a gun to an FFL. Unfortunately, Facebook and Instagram and the different social media platforms don't think too highly of us giving away actual guns either. There are some restrictions on that. So it's way easier and a lot faster for you guys to get a check or a gift card to Palmetto State Armory and just go buy whatever gun you want, which is kind of the cool thing. You know, hey, we're giving away, you know, $1,000 gun, whatever it might be. Heck, you can go to Palmetto State Armory with that gift card and get, you know, 3 or 4 Smith & Wesson shields, or, you know, kind of do whatever.
We've seen people that have just bought $1,000 worth of ammo, which is really cool just to see the ammo stacked up, and all good
So
ideas.
it's actually in your guys' favor when we do that. Yeah, that's pretty much the reason why. It's a good question, though. We don't get that too often.
Yeah. Hey, quick shout out to Thomas Benson, watching from Tyler, Texas.
Awesome.
Very appreciate
Hot down
you,
there, too.
Thomas. Yeah. Don't forget about Texas.
Nathan says thanks for the shout out.
Oh, you're very welcome, Nathan. Thanks for tuning in. Instagram, hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're enjoying this live episode here, episode number 3. Let's get into talking a little bit. We've talked about travel. We've talked about summer. Let's talk about just something that I think everybody can relate to, and that's home defense. You know, pretty critical, right? Obviously, if we're going to carry outside of the home, we're obviously going to we should have a plan of protection for at home. Let's talk about that. So we want to hear your questions about home defense. What have you always wanted to know? And send those in, all right? And in the meantime, I'm going to just say a quick hi, Kim Brown from Michigan, and hi, Jose from Chicago to New York. I think he's living in 2 places. Nice, Jose. Well done with that.
That's pretty cool.
But again, we want to hear your questions about home defense.
Nathan actually won one of our guns in
No way.
February. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let's
I
hit
love when those people, you know,
one.
the members, customers, whatever, they win, and then that's just so cool.
And then they show us the fruits of their winnings. That is sweet. What you got, Dawn?
Let's hit one other question that was asked earlier.
Okay.
I do not carry yet, but want to carry year-round. What firearm would you guys suggest? That's Blaine from Michigan.
Blaine from Marysville, Michigan. Great question, Blaine.
What kind of gun do you carry all year round?
I carry a Glock 19 all year round, located right here. I'm not carrying it right now because it's in this awesome safe. There's going to be more details on this, so stand by. But yes, I rock the Glock 19 that is currently in this safe. I don't know, can you see that from here? Let me know. You can see that? Cool. Yeah, check this out, though. There will be more detail on that. That safe is wicked.
That's awesome. The
What
gun
do you
I
carry?
Yeah, the gun I carry is Glock 19.
And the Glock Tim carries is a Glock 19.
Weird.
3 great minds.
Think
Thinking
alike.
alike. Love it.
Yeah, so Glock 19 is cool for all year long. To be honest with you, though, it's going to depend on you as a person.
I don't carry a Glock 19.
Yeah, we know you got.
John, what do you carry?
Yeah, we know
A
you got.
SIG 238.
Yeah,
SIG 238. That's pretty awesome. Good for you.
she's in the SIG camp over there.
I am.
That's just fine. So, do you carry it all year long?
Yes.
There we go. See, so it doesn't matter. There is no one gun or 2 guns that can be carried all year long. A couple folks out there might carry a Smith & Wesson Shield all year long. Whatever works best for you, to be honest with you. There are a lot of good resources out there. Heck, we have a couple of guides here that go over carrying which gun is best for you. Kevin has talked about in the magazine, Into the Fray. Hey, what's the best carry gun, for summertime or whatever. We got so many resources here. It's hard to compile them all, but they are here. So anything, whatever works best for you, honestly.
Yeah. And one of your best options is to give us a call at 877-677-1919. Like I mentioned before, we've got, I think, 40-plus member services advisors that are trained really, really well in everything from holsters to guns to state-by-state reciprocity laws. So give them a call. And honestly, they'd love to talk to you. They'd love to talk to you more about guns, gear, ammo, holsters, you kind of name it. They're standing by. And as you can see behind me, they're taking calls right now. And so we are live and making it happen. Looks like we've got a couple hundred calls just today alone. So again, please call in. We'd love to hear from you. But let's talk about home defense a little bit.
Yeah.
First question I guess I've always had is, besides my pistol, right, which I almost always have, what other gun should I potentially have for home defense?
Couple options. Handgun is great.
Okay.
Glock 19 is going to be good. Whatever handgun you're normally carrying during the day, you've probably done some dry practice with. You've got the reps in to know how it works in the dark and in the day. Why not use that? If you're good with it and you know how to operate it well, use that. There's a lot of considerations or a lot of items to take into consideration when thinking about which gun to use for home defense. If you live in a place where you're kind of by yourself and you might have to worry about natural predators like bears or something like that.
Lions, tigers,
Oh my.
bears. Oh my, any one of those.
So you might have to work, or you may have more concern about wild animals and that sort of thing, rather than maybe somebody who's living in an apartment building and has to worry about where the rounds are going through walls and things like
Yeah,
that.
that's very fair.
Yeah, so if you don't have small kids at home, you don't have to worry necessarily about another living human being in the room over. Maybe a rifle, maybe an AR-15 is a good option for your home defense. If that is something, you know, that fits your home lifestyle, if you live on a ranch or something like that, it's probably best to have a rifle if you have to worry about coyotes eating your livestock or something like that.
Yeah.
Heck, you might even be able to use a rifle in your neighborhood, I guess, if you live out in the country or something, and you want to be concerned about where that round is going, but you don't necessarily live in an apartment building or something like that.
Fair enough.
Another option, heck, you might even just use a shotgun. This is a Benelli Nova.
Nice.
Not a bad option. It's got a little side saddle on there for your spare rounds, but same thing kind of applies here for home defense. Is you want to make sure you know where your rounds are going at all times. Do you have little ones living in a room over?
Yeah.
Do you have to worry about pets? Is that noise that just went bump in the night actually your dog going to steal the cheese? Or is it actually, you know, Joe Burglar coming in through your front door?
Don't want to put something through whiskers. That would be terrible.
Thank you. I've been working on that. Is that good?
So let me ask you this, Brock. So, I mean, do you use, so this is obviously your personal defense or a home defense weapon.
It's an option.
So it's an option, right? Do you put as many reps with this as you do with like your pistol? Or like walk me through some training scenarios that you would recommend for yourself, for a guy like me, and for our viewers?
It's a good question. Good question, and to be honest, no, I haven't had enough reps with this, so I actually don't have this set up for home defense as my first go-to. I live in a home with some other people, so I'm set to use my handgun and worry about where those rounds are going at all times. I have not practiced with this. I have not trained. I did not take a training class with how to run a shotgun, you know, in a self-defense style scenario. So no, I am not ready to rely on this first off. I have my handgun ready with a light on it, ready to rock if I have to. If I really need to, I've run a shotgun before. I can use one, but it's not going to be my go-to.
Somebody actually asked a question about, should I carry a light at night or leave the lights off since they have the advantage of knowing the layout? That's from Nate.
That's a really good question.
Great question.
Really good question. And Kevin Michalowski has actually done a lot of good videos on using a light. But a couple options here. Having a light on your handgun is definitely good. There's some drawbacks and some cons of doing that.
Like anything.
It's a little bit more bulky to carry. If you point your light at something, you're going to be pointing your muzzle at something. So if you have the option of using a handheld light as well, more power to you.
Cool.
So it's not a bad idea to keep, you know, a flashlight like that next to your bed.
That's a bright one.
Yeah, that's really bright.
Check that out.
It's not a bad idea to keep a flashlight next to your bed. Maybe if you keep your handgun in a drawer or something next to your bed, keep a flashlight right there as well, just as an extra light. We are trying to bring the daylight to the night when we're bringing a flashlight into a situation, so the more light, the more power to you.
That's awesome. What other questions are we seeing, John? Anything else?
Got all sorts of them.
All right. Well, let me do a quick shout out.
Okay.
Jimmy Lamb, hello from Portland, Oregon. Thank you so much for being here. Well done. Thanks for tuning in and watching. John Gibson Jr., shout out to you, my man. Thanks for tuning in on Facebook Live for us.
Cool.
Any other questions?
Yes. Is it true if an intruder breaks into your home, the best thing would be to fatally shoot them because of the risk of being shot?
Interesting
Or
question.
sued?
Interesting question.
Yeah.
The answer is no. We don't shoot to kill. We're never shooting somebody to fatally wound them. We are shooting to stop the threat.
Yeah.
So whatever action they are taking that is threatening to you, life, limb, or otherwise, we are shooting to stop them from doing that action. No more. No less, no more. You know, if you're shooting less than that, you might get yourself hurt. If you're shooting more than that, you might get yourself sued or thrown in jail.
Yeah.
So we're not shooting to kill them. Unfortunately, if they succumb to the wounds that were given to them by their actions, unfortunately, that's kind of the path they took when they broke into your home or attempted to assault you or whatever. So, nope, we are definitely not shooting to be fatal. We are shooting to stop whatever they're doing.
And I'm going to combine two questions.
Yeah.
Following up on that whole lawsuit thing,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
how do we help with that?
Yep.
And homeowners insurance versus firearm insurance.
That's a
Do
good
we
one.
need it to carry and for home defense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't
So
think
those
we've
kind of
covered that one
combined.
yet.
Yeah, that's a great question. So the question is if you have homeowners insurance, do you also need the protection that the USCCA offers? And so yeah, let's dive into that. So very often, what a lot of homeowner insurance policies, they do not cover intentional acts. And how a traditional insurance company would look at something like that is when you pull the trigger, even if it's in a self-defense incident, that is an intentional act, thus not covering
Right.
that policy. So we've done a lot of research on this, and so while a lot of people may feel like, hey, I've got this homeowner's insurance policy, I should be covered, in fact, they aren't. And so that's something we work with every day to educate people out there to make sure that they know that there's that potential risk.
You know, the word that I hear a lot when we talk about homeowners insurance versus what we do,
Yeah.
a lot of times folks like to throw out, oh, I have an umbrella policy,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah.
Umbrella
You
policies,
should have that.
yeah, $1 million rider, umbrella, something like that is great. Unfortunately, though, still intentional acts, it's not going to be covered. If you go and take your vehicle and intentionally hit something, hit another person or hit another car, most likely your umbrella policy is not going to
Yeah.
cover you because you did it intentionally.
Yeah.
Same with self-defense.
Yeah, same applies with that. So yeah, great answer. Hope that answers the question there. Hi from Jason Rodriguez. Thanks for tuning in from Chicago. We're just a little bit north of you. Stop on up anytime you're ready.
Yes.
And
Awesome.
hello, Curtis Hibley from Mississippi, the Mighty Miss. Thanks so much for being here. What other questions are we seeing, John?
What caliber ammo would you recommend in an apartment building?
Oh,
It's not so much about caliber in an apartment building for a handgun. It's more about knowing where your rounds are going.
Mm.
So find the gun that fits your lifestyle, that is reliable. A polymer, semi-automatic, striker-fired gun is definitely advised. And then choose, if it's 9mm and you can shoot it well, great. If you happen to choose 45 and you can shoot it well, great. Train with it, practice with it, and know where your rounds are going at all times. It's not so much about caliber in an apartment building as it is being aware of where your rounds are going.
do you recommend a specific type of round? I know there's home defense rounds and there's, things like that. Do you recommend anything like that?
Yep, same as what you're going to carry every other day. It's going to be a premium quality hollow point bullet.
Nice. Cool. All right, we'll keep the
Do you have a follow-up to
questions
that?
coming. Craig Shepard, shout out to you, my man. Thank you so much for watching us on Facebook Live. Jimmy Linda Cook, thanks so much for watching us on Facebook Live as well. So keep those questions coming. We definitely want to hear them. But for right now, Brock, I think it's about that time again.
Oh man!
Let's give
There
out
it is.
another range bag here. It is trivia time. So our third and final trivia question. This is going to be the last time you'll be able to win one of these sweet, awesome range bags here. The question is, and you're going to have to be a true Delta Defense USCCA connoisseur, someone who's watched our videos, into the fray, things like this. So I just don't think someone who can, watching this for the first time, although we love you, thank you for being here for the first time. This is going to take a savvy vet. So the question is, to win the range bag, and I think we'll probably throw something else in there.
This is a good one.
Because this is a tough one. We'll throw a flashlight in there as well. If you get this question right, what are the 3 flags that fly in front of the Delta Defense headquarters? We've got 3 flags. They fly in front of our building, and you've got to name them. First correct response gets a range bag, gets a flashlight.
Yeah,
And who
should
knows
be good.
what else might even happen
Picture?
there. Yeah, picture, yeah.
Should we practice? There
That's
we go.
solid. I'd want that. My mom wants that.
I'll sign it.
That sounds solid.
I'll sign it.
Yeah, I won't. So John, do we have a correct answer yet? Or is it too
Not
early to
yet.
tell?
Tony, you can't answer. I'm sorry.
All right,
Oh.
shout out to Tani. Hope you're having a great day. Nathan Garner, he's checking right now. Victor, he's super close, but not quite
Super
there.
close.
Or I'm sorry, and Rob, you
Hint?
guys are getting
Did we give a
close.
hint?
Nope, no
No
hints on
hints?
this one. You guys are getting close. You guys are getting very
While
close.
they
This
keep
is
answering,
exciting
should we
to
answer
see.
some more questions?
Yep, let's do it. Trivia light off.
All right, no more trivia questions, I guess. That's what that means. Well, I do like it. Does
Dawn
have a certain
hates the light, is what she's saying.
It's hard to read my computer when the light's going.
It's
I'm
a
sorry.
certain je ne sais quoi, I believe.
I
Really
don't-
ties the room together.
I don't speak.
But what, Don, what are
French,
you
sorry.
saying?
Okay, I had one. Richard followed up with an interesting fact. He spoke with his insurance agent, and they told them, or him, if I accidentally shoot someone in my home, I'm covered. But if I do it on purpose, in his words, I'm hosed.
Yeah, Unfortunately, that's something a lot of people have to go through. They think they're covered with their home insurance policy in a self-defense incident, but they're not. If you have any more questions about this, give us a call. Again, the number is 877-677-1919. One of our member services advisors would be more than happy to answer any of those questions for you as well. So, do we have anybody? Do we have any correct answers? I saw Tim Coyle. He's always pretty good. Kyle, you can't answer this question. You work here. Sorry, man. Go back to work. John Rope. Nope. That's not the correct
Jared
answer
can't answer either.
So if
He's
you
on
work in this
vacation.
building,
He should
you
be in a
can't
pool
even do
somewhere.
that.
Yes.
Yeah. But let's answer a question while we're waiting for the correct answer.
I think
to
we
roll
have the
in.
correct answer.
Oh,
I
we do?
actually have to double check the flags.
Okay.
Is it true if you do not have concealed carry permit, but you are on your own property, you can conceal?
Depends on the state. Some states will have a rule or a law, or it's written into the statute that if you're on your own property, you can carry a gun. Other states might not have that provision in there, which is unfortunate. But we'll use Wisconsin as an example. You can carry a firearm on your own property. If you own a business and you are at your place of business, you can actually conceal carry or carry concealed on your place of business as long as it's yours. So that's kind of a cool thing.
As always, though, check with your local law enforcement, your state rules and laws, and go from there. But great question. So, Dawn, you hinted that we may have a winner. Can you confirm or deny that?
There's a winner, but I have to make sure I have the right first answer.
All right.
So we'll do that afterwards and get a message out to you quickly.
Quick shout out to Jay. Man, I'm going to butcher this name. Adolini. Jay Adolini. Man, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching. If you like what we're doing here, if you like these episodes, we're really driven by you. So let us know in the comments below. Also, please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as well. Yeah, don't forget about the old Twitter. And send that to us. But let us know how we're doing here. We really want to get your feedback with these types of shows and make sure that you're getting value. That's why we do the Ask USCCA Live show. It's for you guys because we love you.
And if we answered some of your questions here that you were a little bit lenient on there, and membership is something you're really looking at, give our folks a call. We have a full staff here today, and we're ready to take membership calls.
Yeah. We also have a great link as well. Dawn, do we have the link?
Do we have the link?
Mm-hmm.
There we
Yeah,
go.
we've got the link. And we've got a great link as well. If you look at the top. No, actually it'd be here, right?
There. Up.
Here.
Up.
You go up, I'll go down. It's in one of these locations on the Facebook where you can actually follow the link and get set up with membership. We've got some great options.
Easy.
With membership right now that you brought it up, we've got some great promotional products that are going along with a membership. If you activate a platinum membership, you will get this awesome knife. This is a Kershaw. Very sweet blade. Very sharp. Let me demonstrate on these hairy arms here. Yeah. Ooh,
that's
look at
gross.
That is disgusting. I really wish I wouldn't have done that. That is a Kershaw tactical knife coming to you if you activate your platinum membership. You'll also get the best of Concealed Carry Magazine, digital access to the Armed American Training Series, awesome training series. When to use deadly force, super important. Situational awareness, another really important video. A window cling, love it.
Yep.
A membership patch, and and then this sweet knife as well. And then the opportunity to enter into the unlimited, or I'm sorry, not unlimited, but fully loaded range bag as well.
Bag. There's a lot of stuff that we're throwing in there.
And so we're giving that away at, I think next week, Monday would be the final day, July 31st, as they would say.
So sign up before Monday. That's a
Each one of those range bags, which is loaded, has like $4,000 worth of stuff.
So.
Yeah, they didn't let me go shopping for it. But and again, that's on top of just having some great protection and some peace of mind, right?
Yeah.
God forbid you're ever involved in a self-defense incident. You're going to want to have an attorney you can call. You're going to want to have someone to reach out to. And that's exactly what the USCCA provides. If you're interested in that, you got more questions, give us a call, 877-677-1919. Are you saying, hey,
chat us on Facebook?
Yeah, or chat us on Facebook. Or if you're like, hey, where do I sign up? Follow the link, either down here or up here. Not here, but up here or down there. And follow the link, and we'll get you signed up. It's a simple process.
Shout us out on Instagram. We'll answer your questions over there.
Hashtag USCCA.
Our social team is pretty good. So any social media...
Pretty good?
They are awesome. Any social media platform that you use and tag us in or shout us at is going to be heard by social media, and they will get to your question rather promptly.
Impressively promptly.
Yes.
A lot more prompt than a lot of other businesses. So,
That's a fact.
Awesome. Quick shout out to Amber Graham. We love you. Thanks for watching our videos, and thanks for the great job. We really appreciate that. Timothy Bales has a question. The knife has a lifetime free sharpening warranty. Did you know that?
I did not know
I
that.
did not know that
Kershaw
either.
has
Wow.
some pretty good stuff. Though.
That's pretty sweet. So free sharpening for life on this sweet blade. And you get to show the sweet USCCA logo too on this. And this is a knife. I carry this every day.
I own a couple Kershaws. Good
yeah.
stuff.
And they're pretty great. So quick shout out to Jeremy Madrill as well. He says, and he's going to speak to Dawn's defense here, they, and I think he's assuming social, are amazing with replies on Facebook.
Awesome.
So thank you, Jeremy.
Cool.
Thank you, Scott, Scott Storm, for tuning in and watching. We really appreciate it. What kind of questions do we have? What's out there?
Well, I have one that we get quite a bit over social media, and I know you guys get on the phones. What's the difference between USCCA and others, especially the new one on the market?
Sure. So there's quite a wide range of types of coverage you can get for self-defense backed membership or insurance or whatever type of place you go. They're going to call it something a little bit different. As you know, and as I know, and a lot of our members know, there's some companies out there that aren't insurance backed, and they're just kind of there as a legal protection. You might have a call to an attorney. They might help you out with getting an attorney and paying for that, but you don't get to choose who is going to represent you. They just kind of say, hey, Joe Schmo is going to represent you, and you don't know anything about him. How many cases has he defended? You're really not sure. So some of those legal protections I would be a little bit leery of.
Sure.
I am more than happy to push people to call them, ask them pointed questions, see if you can see what their policy is or their regulations or whatever they call it. I'm so used to calling it a policy over here and a member resource guide. I don't really know what they call it over there. So there's a couple like that. Another bigger one out there is an insurance-backed coverage, but they're not going to pay for your coverage up front, 100%.
Yeah.
So here at the USCCA, we're going to give you all your funding up front. So you're not, well, to be honest with you, you're probably buying this protection because you don't have tens or hundreds of thousands sitting in a savings account just to pay for your legal defense if you have to defend your life. So having to fork over 80% or more of your coverage right off the bat doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because you probably don't have the money for it.
You bet.
So we're here for you 100% right off the bat.
Yeah. And so, but as always, as we recommend anybody who calls in, shop around frequently, and make sure you get your questions answered. And that's why we're here. So if you have any questions regarding membership, you can always ask us or call member services or go straight to social. But what other questions are we seeing, Dawn? What else do we have here?
Well, actually, Vince has already contacted us with his information so we can get him his range bag.
Awesome, Vince.
Love it.
Nice. All right.
And did we ever have a winner for the flags?
We do, but I'm going to announce it a different way. I think we should do a picture.
Okay.
Okay, I like
Awesome.
that.
Stand by to see if you won the flag picture. So,
All right.
That'll be cool.
Another traveling question. Traveling through a state that does not allow CCW anyway, does not have your permit, whatever. How do I transport my gun?
Yep, there's a couple states out there that allow you to pass through their state. Illinois is one of them. You're allowed to carry through the state as long as you don't get out of your vehicle if you have your permit from your home state. So if you have a Wisconsin permit and you're just traversing through the state of Illinois, stay in your vehicle. You can stay armed, but just pass right on through. Don't get out and go get a hot pretzel from the local pretzel stand or something like that.
Love those hot pretzels.
Yeah, just keep on motoring and get over to Gary, Indiana, and enjoy your time over there in Gary, Indiana.
Love it.
But there are some states out there that unfortunately don't allow concealed carry. So if you're going up northeast U.S. states, some of those places don't allow concealed carry necessarily from out-of-staters or from residents. Best way to do that is going to be to either leave your gun at home, which is unfortunate. That phrase pains me to say it.
It's a scary phrase.
Yeah. But if you absolutely have to travel to a state where they don't allow you to carry a firearm, and the penalty for doing so, if caught off a simple traffic stop or something, is going to cost you 10 years in jail or something, you might want to think about not going or leaving the gun at home.
Yeah.
But if you have to travel through a state like that and you are going to carry your gun, you're adamant that you take it with you, lock it up in a lockbox of some kind and keep it unloaded in the back half of your car, so in the trunk or the bed of your truck if it has a cap on it, or behind the seat, something like that. You just want to protect yourself that way. You know, make sure you don't have access to it or
Yeah.
something like that.
And if you have any questions about how to travel, where to travel, state regulations, again, give us a call, 877-677-1919. We'll have people stand
A lot
up
of
ready to help you.
resources.
Yeah, a lot of resources to
Or
help there.
download the app.
Or you can
Oh.
always download the app.
Jeez.
You can't see her now.
It's so
but
new,
the
I
lady
forgot.
behind the camera, yes, is
USCCA,
definitely behind. Yeah.
USCCA app now available on Android, which is pretty sweet because I have an Android,
Oh.
and also available on iPhone.
Very
so
cool.
it has a pretty cool interactive map. Some folks have actually told me that, which I didn't know about this until it happened. If you have your GPS on and you're traveling and you're coming up to a state line, it actually alerts you, like, hey, you're coming up to Indiana.
Oh, that's awesome.
How cool is that?
Very cool. Hey,
That's
I got to do a quick shout out. I just saw this. Keith Chang just signed up today. Keith,
Thanks,
thank you
Keith.
so much.
Awesome.
That is
Thank you.
awesome. Welcome to the USCCA family. On behalf of Brock, myself, Tim, and Dawn, we couldn't be more happy that you joined the USCCA family. So that is
Cool.
pretty cool. I'm going to do one more thing. You know, I'm feeling kind of saucy today.
Oh boy.
Let's give a fourth range bag away. Yeah, let's do a fourth range bag away. But we're not going to do trivia this time, as
What are we
much
doing?
as we want to do the light. How about we will give a fourth range bag away. We're going to pick one, but you got to like and you got to share this video.
Okay.
And we'll pick one of you to receive one of these sweet range
Just at
bags.
random?
Yeah, just at random. You don't have to do anything for it. All you got to do is like and share this video.
Spread the word.
Yeah, spread the word. Let's do a couple a few more shout outs. Steve Sinclair, thank you for watching. Carl, thanks for watching these. Carl's got a question about travel to New York. Give us a call. We'd be happy to help you with that. And again, yeah, appreciate everybody watching. Do we have any more questions?
One more quick question.
One more.
Jeremy wants to know, is there a spouse special?
Yes.
You bet.
Spouse special. All levels of membership, gold and platinum levels of membership have a 50% discount for the spouse. So if the husband or wife has already signed up and then the other partner wants to sign up, half price at gold and platinum level membership.
Very
It's
cool.
pretty cool. It's an awesome deal.
Yeah.
And that's full protection, which is, some places you pay for half and then the protection is less, or it's a combined limit for both husband and wife or something. Not with us. It's definitely 100% of the full protection per person.
Yep. Awesome.
Cool.
Do we have any more questions?
Anything else? Anything on your end? No?
Awesome. Great.
Cool.
Hey, Brock, awesome show. On behalf of
Woo.
Brock, Dawn, the whole USCCA family, Tim, thank you
joining
for
us.
watching this. If you liked it, again, share and like. And God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. And thank you
Thanks.
for tuning in.
Thank you.